The left-wing economic establishment was about the only thing that didn't get blamed for the Steelers' end of January slump. 5 defeats from 6 games put the season on a knife edge. But yesterday, Sheffield beat Nottingham, and just like that, everyone's happy again. Marco Vallerand is back with the team and already in the goals. Today he makes his return to the Utilita Arena. Sebastian Pichet and Mason Mitchell are still out, but not long-term concerns. Coventry embarrassed Cardiff 6-0 yesterday and have taken Sheffield to a shootout twice this season. 5th in the table, they are not to be taken lightly. Here's Scott Allen. Ciampini off the back of the net. Really finds its way to Newman. He's under pressure from Johnston. Back out and the shot from Allen is covered up by Holzer after he made the save. And a little bit of stick jabbing involving Dudek and Ciampini. I don't think the officials are going to call anything for that. Just signs that the game is getting a little chippy. We saw it a couple of shifts ago with the puck down in the right wing corner for the Steelers. That was the extra little shove from Dudek that Ciampini didn't appreciate. He gave a little shove back of his own. He's looking for a way through. It's Venus. And a slalom through. Neverlinen is to it. And then Petgrave. Cook holds them up in the corner. Plays working across now for Forbes, who can move in on goal. That's a really quick glove hand from Matt Greenfield. The plays have started this second period well. He managed 3 shots in the first period. Not far off that. Inside the first 3 minutes of the period here. Betgrave, Connolly tips it on. Clements back to it first. Connolly being kept away from the puck. He's trying to buy an interference call and the officials aren't interested at all. Whiff on the pass from Clements, which sold his team a dummy, sent them all offside. Latal did tip that one, so Lashinsky's got to go and play this one. Connolly trying to win the board battle. It's with Neverlinen. Looking for a tip in front. Latal! It's the first time he's scored at home for 3 months. It's worth waiting for. It's the first goal of the game. And finally, the Steelers got traffic around Holzer and got a loose puck. And Latal has the opening goal of the game. He last scored in this building on the 6th of November against the Five Flyers. And he has the Steelers on the board in the second period, much to the relief of the home supporters. Back out for Norris. Again, he'll move closer. That one is tipped. It's sitting loose and Coventry can't force it in. The Steelers and Greenfield scrambled across to cut it off. There's a chance, and there's the best save of the game from Greenfield to kick out that pad. Listen to the appreciation shown by this home crowd. Coventry's power play looking much more dangerous than the Steelers did. And that shot from Norris was heading into the corner. The reactions from Greenfield to throw out that left leg keeps the Steelers' lead intact. Phillips goes down under pressure. No tripping call this time. Still work for the Steelers to do. That's a good pass out. Schultz gets it out of his skates and moves it on to Latal. Latal not able to drag it in front. That's because he was hooked down by Kukali. That's going to be a penalty against the Coventry defenseman. And as Connolly loses possession, the whistle will go. And again, it's the speed of Latal causing problems. And the stick right across the gloves. Easy call for the officials to make. Another 2-minute penalty against Coventry. Well, they've survived the first 3 okay. Let's see how the Steelers get on at the other end of the ice. This power play will carry into the third period if the Steelers aren't able to take advantage immediately. Christo just looks over his shoulder and sees that Cook is approaching at speed. Now the Steelers will try and attack with Coventry having a couple of forwards up ice, and they will smash it in. It's a thumping finish from Newman. Blaze took the risk, sending 2 forecheckers up the ice. And as the Steelers transition, no one could get across in time to Brett Newman. The finish beyond Hulser. And the Steelers finally get a power play goal. 19 on the season for Brett Newman. And smiles all round. 38-38. The time of the Steelers' 5-on-4 power play goal. Curran trying to cut his way through. He's taken down and his shot is wide of goal. But this will be a power play upcoming for Coventry. Brought about by the speed burst from Johnny Curran. It's a penalty against David Phillips. Tried to reach out with the hand, and when that didn't work, threw the stick out instead. That didn't work either. Albert forward, straight into Nefelainen though. That was all a little bit easy. Steelers knew he had no other options. Couldn't pass it inside from that position, so Nefelainen could come across and bring about the easy interception. Final 30 seconds of a power play that hasn't really got going for Coventry. Just one brief look on goal for Tolberg that got charged down. Francie with the shot, kick save. Puck is still live. Greenfield's made one save. Coventry might want him to try and make a few more here. And they tip this one in through Francie. It is a power play goal. And we're back to a 1-goal game. Coventry were able to keep the pressure on. And it's a really good feed to Francie, who provides the redirect beyond Greenfield. Coventry's first of the game, and very much game on. Ghosting in unseen from behind the goal. Mosey out to the far side, and Jones. Oh, that's a really loose pass from Jones. Presents it back to the Blaze. They try and whip it in front, but no white shirts there. Collision away from the play involving Matt Greenfield, who's straight back up and in position. As Tolberg races forward, but then tries to get the shot away. And the stick was just tapped at the time he was trying to make contact with the puck, and made contact with nothing but thin air. Christo. Send it around the boards. David Phillips furthest forward for Sheffield. Plays in control of the situation. Johnston. Pass doesn't get out of the zone. Dowd makes sure of that. Christo. Couldn't get past Kukali. Now Curran for Coventry. Steelers knock it down. Blaze get it straight back. Blaze held up at the blue line. Blast from McNally! He didn't have any other options. And he's unleashed a wicked shot that Hulser is frustrated to be unable to keep out. The Steelers have a little bit of breathing room again. 9 on the season for Brandon McNally. Flew past the blocker side. And a huge sense of relief around the Utilita Arena. Five minutes for Coventry to try and rescue something from this game. We've been in this position before and done it. All 3 games between the Steelers and the Blaze this season have been decided by a single goal. 1 in regulation and 2 after a shootout. Steelers turned it over, but couldn't get it out front for a shot from either Valorand or Latal. Oh my goodness, the Blaze have put it into their own net. The Steelers did that a couple of times in Nottingham yesterday. Now it's Latal's turn to have a moment of good fortune. He was trying to find Connolly. He's found the back of the net via Lishinsky. It is not going to be Coventry's day. could have gone anywhere. And via Lashinsky's left skate, it's behind Holzer. Carly keeps it in the zone. He's battled hard all night. Quits with the shot. Glove down by Greenfield, and he wants to keep it going. He wants to keep the clock running. The Steelers will enter the zone. Time for one more shot, perhaps. Not quite, but the Steelers have done enough. The Steelers are winners by 4 goals to 1. It is a 4-point weekend for Aaron Fox's team. Martin Latal has been banging them in every rink in the country, except this one, until today. His first goal since the game against the Fife Flyers at the start of November, when he opened the scoring. He added another one, albeit in fortuitous circumstances, to round off the scoring. His 21st and 22nd goals of the season. And it caps off a 4-point weekend for the Sheffield Steelers. Martin Latal will get to do the Eddie. A crowd of over 7,000 was here to see this one. Marco Vallerand is out to join him at centre ice. It's not quite Valentine's Day yet, but the Steelers fans are delighted to have Marco Vallerand back and Martin Latal scoring at the Utilita Arena again. Martin, 2 goals and a man of the match performance for yourself tonight. How enjoyable was that for you?
Very. I think that was my first time home this year, so I enjoyed it a lot. And what I know, everybody keeps saying how important is team winning, but for me at this stage of my age, it's way more important than getting goals and whatever. So I'm more glad for the weekend.
You have scored plenty of goals this season, but not so many of them in this building. So it must be nice to hear the cheer of the home fans again.
Yeah, that was warm feeling. That's what gets you going. You know, when you score away, there's a bunch of people from Sheffield, but home the crowd is way bigger.
And whilst you can probably take all the credit for the first goal, the second one, a little bit more to look perhaps.
I don't think I can even take credit for the first one. Like, guys did a good job. Cons and Valley forecheck very well, and Schutzi put it on, or Niklas put it on the net, and I just tip it and finish it. And the second one, I was actually trying to make a play to Cons, and it was lucky.
There are early signs that that line is going to be successful for the Steelers. There looks to be good chemistry there.
Yeah, well, with Val, we play around 40 games together last year. We did pretty good, I think, and Cons brings the experiments and smart play with the puck, and he's so intelligent with the puck. So it looks good so far, but hopefully we keep doing good job.
And it was an important weekend for the Steelers this weekend. 2 games, 2 wins, 4 points. The team needed that, and the fans needed that as well.
Yeah, after the trip in Fife and Belfast, fans needed it, but we needed definitely more, build the confidence back on, and hopefully we'll finish the season by winning.
Aaron, congratulations, a great win tonight and a 4-point weekend.
Yeah, much needed. I actually loved our game all night long, 5-on-5. I thought, we played exactly how we needed to play. We were engaged physically. We didn't really give them much at all offensively. So it was, our power play, I think, let us down in the first period, maybe sucked the life out of the arena a little bit there with those 3 power plays where we didn't really get much going on it. But 5-on-5, I thought we dug in system-wise. Everyone was engaged and had that buy-in, which we needed.
Connolly, Latal, Vallerand combined well for you last night with goals and did the same tonight.
Yeah, outstanding weekend for those. I think they had 4 on the weekend. It was much needed. That's what you need, is a couple guys to step up in key moments. And, Blatz had 3 on the weekend, which was great to see. He's been buzzing for a while now, just hasn't been rewarded finding the back of the net, but I've loved his game down the stretch here. He's been all in from that side of things, and it was, good good to see Cons and Valley back together and playing well. You know, we figured that would be a good duo to start with, and then use Lats' speed. There's two guys that can absolutely burn with Cons.
Yeah, Marco's been the story, if you like, for the last 10 days. What does he actually bring to the lineup, and what good alternatives does he give you as a coach? Well, down the lineup.
Yeah, I mean, he's a marquee player. I've said many times I felt like he was the best forward in this league for the last 2 years that he was here. You know, he's got top end speed, plays a very reliable two-way game too. So he's very good defensively, physical on pucks, can shoot it, and then now you have a couple lines that you'd be considered first lines in this league right now, and third line right now with Dowdy and Danny Cristo on it, who are two elite players, and Mac had a big one tonight off that group. You know what I mean? So it adds depth to our lineup. It also takes a little bit of the burden on one guy every night when you feel like you have three lines that can produce.
Yeah. Just run us through your thoughts on the running here now, our running as a club, and also Guildford coming into tonight just 4 points ahead of three teams. It's never been that tight before.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the full results from the rest of the games tonight, but Guildford didn't play, so now Belfast won. We're 2 points back. That's three teams within 2 points. Cardiff, if they win tonight, that's 4 points within two points of each. Four teams within 2 points of each other with 16 games to left. That's a pretty entertaining run-in. We just got to focus on our own game, and we're going to have some head-to-heads there down the stretch with all those teams that are going to be very important.
International break, help or hindrance?
I think it's going to be good for the guys that can get away from the rink for a few days and clear their mind mentally. The league's a grind here in the UK. There's no doubt about it, especially if you're a team that's in it all year long. Yeah. You can't take nights off. It's almost like that playoff mindset, there's been nights where we haven't been good enough down, in this regular season. So I think it'll be really good mentally and physically for some guys to get away from the rink for a few days and just recover that way and come back ready and mentally recharged. Yeah. The national team guys, that's the reason we have this weekend off, you know what I mean, is for those national team guys. So if they weren't going, then we'd be playing next weekend anyway, you know what I mean? So for them it's a little bit tougher. They're gonna have to go play 3-3. I think they've got 6 lines of forwards and 10D, so I'm assuming not everyone's gonna play all 3 games. I'm hoping, maybe each of our guys only plays 2, but that's not my call. And we'll get them back for Tuesday, and then they'll have that one skate before the Wednesday game.
Danny, a 4-1 defeat for your team tonight. What were your thoughts?
I don't think we were quite there. Not to take anything away from Sheffield. I thought they played at a really good pace. They played fast tonight, and we didn't. Just our puck decisions were slow. I think coming out, probably the 20-minute intro didn't do us any good, but we come out in three minors there in the first, I think, 12 minutes, and we're killing, and we did a great job there, but I think it puts you on your back heels. And from there, we didn't generate much. Sheffield defended very, 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 very well, and then when we did break them down, Greenfield was there, and I thought we were a little bit better in the third, but we got ourselves back into it with a PP goal there, and then just a bad turnover at the blue line, and 3-1 kind of sinks the life out of you.
There were a few moments in that game when it could have turned in different directions, a shot off the crossbar, an unfortunate own goal. It was just maybe feel they didn't quite have the look you deserved tonight.
Like I said, we looked heavy tonight, legs wise, and we just weren't able to generate much off the rush, and we didn't have that sustained pressure in the ozone like we normally do. So it was just one of those nights. I don't know if last night took it out of us or great battle last night, and I could question it all night and tomorrow, but at the end of the day, they were the better team and it was the right result. But we'll get a little break here next week and then look ahead.
How do you view the state of your team then heading into the international break and the closing stages of the season afterwards?
Yeah, I think it's been a really good season for us so far. We've competed with everyone, up until maybe a couple of weeks ago. We were right up there fighting, at the top of the table, and some teams have pulled away slightly, and but we just got Halby back, our captain, our leader, and we missed him for over a month, and so I think after the break it's a good time of the year. This league's a grind, I think, for everyone, not just us, and it's good time to get away and reset mentally, and then come back and have a push there for the back end of the season and in the playoffs.